Hey everyone, it's Chris Gio here for another Beyond the Veil Quickie. I want to talk about a little meditation technique that I just used to get myself out of pain and actually change the way that my body is responding. So I tried a couple of methods and a couple of methods that are adopted by like some meditation people for kind of working your way through a painful situation. But then while I was doing that and I realized it didn't work, I tapped into that raw consciousness element of myself and I brought out an entire new set of gnosis. And once I applied this, it really worked to help get me out of pain and it worked almost immediately. So hopefully this type of pain meditation will work for you as well. So I went to the Mexican restaurant this afternoon. Cherie had to have her signature cheese enchiladas. And I think the cheese was bad that they were using because we both came home and we were feeling like absolute garbage. You know, like you drink some bad milk. That's the way it felt, like just, oh, horrible. So I lay down, I take a nap for an hour. I wake up, I'm feeling even worse. My stomach is like, has a fever, like only my stomach part, not the rest of me. Only my stomach is like burning up. And I'm like, oh man, I felt nauseated. I thought I was going to throw up. And I thought to myself, man, I only throw up on ayahuasca. And that's sometimes, okay? I don't throw up when I'm sick. This is ridiculous. So I start thinking to myself, wait a minute, okay, I'm raw consciousness. I'm going to deal with this situation. So I close my eyes. I start thinking, I am raw consciousness. My body is merely a manifestation of the artificial intelligence machine. I am not my body. My body does not control me. I repeated that a few times over, you know, that whole disconnecting thing and convincing yourself that your body is not you. And you hear this in the meditation circles as well, that you're supposed to disconnect. Well, it just simply was not working for me. But then I said, you know what, I'm going to change this up because I am the raw consciousness in this situation and I can deal with whatever. So I really started to focus on what exactly is the body. And all of a sudden the words started coming out, and I'm paraphrasing here because I don't remember exactly what I said, but I said something similar to this. I said, I am the raw consciousness. My body is a manifestation of my raw consciousness. It is not a manifestation of the matrix. I control my body. My body does not control me. My body is going to do exactly what I tell it to do, and it's going to stop hurting. And I, just kind of started visualizing and picturing everything as I started saying over and over again. My body is not a manifestation of the matrix. It is a manifestation of my raw consciousness. As soon as I did that, boom, it worked immediately. And I was just like taking a step back going, okay, I'm breaking a whole new level of understanding and gnosis here. For those of us that hacked our way into the matrix, I think this applies more so than the organic consciousness that's here in this particular matrix, kind of stuck in the wheel of reincarnation. But I remember hacking my way into this particular matrix through a jump point. I remember this jump point very, very clearly. So once we enter, it's likely to think that we inhabit some kind of body that's created by the artificial intelligence. I mean, that just makes logical sense, right? You're in a computer program. You're going to inhabit a body that's manifested by the computer program. But I don't think that that's the case anymore. I think what the case is that our raw consciousness is actually manifesting the body as well. And when I realized this, I took even more control over my body than I was taking when I was thinking about it from the other perspective. From the other perspective that the matrix created the body, I was trying to disconnect from something that was outside of my control. So now the matrix is controlling my body because it's a manifestation of the matrix, right? But in actual fact, it's a manifestation of the raw consciousness. Because it is, the matrix cannot influence it and it can't mess with it. But it can only when you don't realize that it is your manifestation. But when you realize that it's your manifestation rather than the matrix's manifestation, then the matrix doesn't have any control over it. Now, this just worked first time meditation technique that I tried, but I wonder how far I can take this. Like, how can we change this? How can we change the body? How can we make the body work more efficiently through this understanding that the body is a manifestation of the raw consciousness. So if we are manifesting this body, which I'm starting to feel is becoming a gnosis now, that's a game changer in and of itself. So let me know if these meditation techniques work for you. And if you feel also that you are actually manifesting your body, and because you're manifesting your body, you have more control over it. It's yours to control. It's so beautiful. It's perfect. Like, how did we not realize this sooner? How do we fall into this trap of believing that the body is like just, it has to succumb to all of the matrix programming? I mean, you know, when this thing starts unraveling, you don't even realize how raveled it is as it starts to unravel. But anyways, on that note, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment about your particular experiences. Tune into the live show Fridays and Saturdays, 7 o'clock to 10 o'clock Pacific, and tap into your raw consciousness that you find when you step beyond the veil. Love ya. See you next time.